YouTube, welcome back to another YouTube video today. If you don't know who I am, my name is Bruvs. On this YouTube channel, I showcase Roblox exploits and Roblox scripts for you to use on those exploits to have fun in game. So, welcome everybody to a brand new video. Today is a special video because I'm going to be showcasing Synapse V3. It has, if you guess, it's had quite a bit of updates since previous showcasers have showcased V3. I'll try not to expose too much of it, but I am quite limited to what I can share. But I'll share as much as possible with you all. So, without further ado, I'm going to launch Synapse here. And here we go. So, I'm using a custom theme currently. This was back when how things used to look when V3 first came out, but here we go. So this is basically what will come up when you first have V3. You'll have your editor, you have tabs, you'll have a file system, you can have bookmarks, and you can also have GitHub integration as well with Synapse V3, so you can easily access your GitHub files and all that good stuff just from V3. So this is pretty cool. It's a very nice feature. Let's see the things that we could do with tabs. We could duplicate them. We can manually execute a tab just from right clicking. We can format a tab, and then we can also customize, so meaning we can rename it. Right now I have it as Oasis Hub. We can toggle as read only, and we can give it a custom icon as well. And then we can set the directory, reset targets, and we can have a toggle on the certain tab for an auto execute. And we can also close all the tabs that you have opened except for this one, which will only keep one tab. So yeah, this is already off to a really nice start with how V3 is. Obviously, you got your main buttons here down at the bottom, and I will say Synapse V3 does not have manual attaching anymore. Manual attaching is deprecated, meaning you can't manual attach anymore. It just basically won't work, and sometimes it may even interfere with Roblox's quote-unquote anti-measure that they have inside of their client. But overall, manual attaching it sucks and needs to go, and with V3 it doesn't have that anymore. So instead, you have to physically join a game with Synapse open, and it'll act like there's an automatic auto attach on V3. But you could turn this off with a simple toggle down here. It has connections toggle right down here. If you just click it, it'll have this plug that's disconnected. So meaning, if you have this off, Synapse V3 will basically not attach itself when you get into a game. It won't do anything. But when you turn it back on, it'll attach for you once you're in a game, once you connect to Roblox with a game with V3. So yeah, that's basically the editor page. Really nice. Now we'll go over to the settings page. So we got some very nice stuff here. Its settings has changed a lot over the course of months, basically a year now, with the showcase of Synapse V3. So just the main application stuff here. We can see all this, like reset all the settings here, and then we can see the change log. So basically, what this means is for people that, let's say if you're banned on the Discord server and if you want to see updates inside of there, but you can't since you're banned. Well, with V3, you could just automatically see what's new inside of the changelog by clicking the changelog here, and it'll tell you what has been updated recently. So that's pretty cool. Here we got one of our main importances for the settings is our editor section. So we could put our action bar, vertical location, all that type of stuff. I just have mine to the left, which is the classic style for this. AI features basically just means like if you want to have basically ChatGPT help you with programming, explaining stuff better, and also renaming variables, you can use OpenAI with this. All you have to do is generate yourself a key. So if you just click this label right here, it'll auto redirect you to a settings page on your OpenAI account, and then all you have to do is just generate a key. And then once you generate that key, you just hit this cog down here and then add a key and then put your key right here. And then after that, you should be able to use AI right after that. So that's a really nice feature. Compact editor buttons. It basically just means just makes the buttons on the editor just smaller. Same thing with the tabs. It's got the same thing here. So now contextual execution. So files ran from the UI will assume the workspace of the directory. I just have this off. Default tab content. So basically what this means is that every time you make a new tab, it'll have this custom text inside of your editor, and it'll just have that. So I just have mine as nothing. It may look like it says print Synapse winning, which it is, by the way, but I don't have anything inside of there. So directories and sidebar, I don't have anything there. Display information area, I would have this on. Editor action bar position. Basically this means is that, as you can see, our buttons are on the bottom and our tabs are on the top. Now if we toggled this setting to the upwards one, it's completely inverted. So we got our buttons at the top and our tabs at the bottom here. So you could choose your style. I personally just like the normal one that it's automatically set to. Just like it that way. Always liked it that way. Scroll speed, pretty self-explanatory. You can enable sounds with certain UI elements, and notifications will also have subtle sounds. Font size on your editor, I believe the default is 16, so I just keep it at 16. It's a pretty normal font size, but again, you can have it to whatever you want. Format on save, so automatically format your code when saving to a file. I'm actually going to keep this on. This is actually pretty cool. Hide sidebar. So basically this means is that this is your sidebar over here with your file system, bookmarks, and GitHub stuff related. So if you just toggle that on, it'll basically just hide it away. But what it is saying is that you can also use Control B to hide that as well. So pretty cool. Language server. This is automatically set to default with Synapse LSP. This will probably have more options when the official release comes out. And also, by the way, I should have stated this at the beginning of the video, this is a pre-release of Synapse V3. This is not the official public version of Synapse V3. We don't know when the official version of it is releasing. My guess, hopefully it's soon, because we've been waiting for a long time for this. But really, how I see it is V3 will eventually come out when they're ready, but most importantly is when Bifrost releases, and that's when the switch when V2 discontinues, and also V3 is starting to be developed in order to bypass Bifrost, and all of its stuff that you see here will be much more advanced and be able to do anything flawlessly. So this is why Synapse is the best executor. Ligatures, little language server, maximum characters to tokenize per line, minimap. So this basically, your minimap is, well, since Synapse is now using the Monaco editor, you can have the choice on having your minimap on. So on this right side here, this is your minimap. So you could choose to either have it off, which it won't show a minimap. You can have it on the normal right side for my VS Code users. So have it on this normal side over here, or you can have it on the opposite side, which will be right over here. Your preference. It's totally up to you what you want it to be, but I just keep it on the normal right side. Always been used to that. Show unsaved warnings. Basically that means, if I want to have to close this tab, and if I had code on it, if I were to click this X, it would give me a warning just like this, and it'll have a confirmation if I want to close the tab or not. So yeah, with that toggle, you can just have that on or off. Sidebar position. Again, it's really just with the sidebar stuff that's going on that we talked about earlier. Smooth cursor, smooth movement. This is already automatically toggled on when using V3. I would personally keep it on. You always probably want to have everything smooth when it comes to V3. You want to have the best experience possible whenever using this application here, so just use those. Tab length, automatically the normal size for tab length is 4, but you can obviously choose to whatever you want. And word wrap basically means that, as you can, let's look at Oasis up here, which is my script. If you want to use it, link in the description, join my Discord. Word wrap basically means that any program that you can't, like, not program, but any code that you can't see on your screen, for example, because this is all one line. And so basically what word wrap means, if I were to toggle this on, I would be able to see all the stuff in a bigger view, just to be able to see everything here. I personally don't like word wrap. I think it's just quite silly, honestly. You may be thinking that's actually kind of funny for me to say, but I just don't like it. You can use it if you want to. I'm pretty sure this is already something that's in V2 already. I don't like it, so I'll just keep it off. We got the console stuff. I'm not so sure if I can show the console. I'm just gonna not risk it. I'm not gonna show the console, and matter of fact, it's quite sloppy. It's not how it looked at first. If you looked at Surmeme's video, it's nothing completely like it. It's completely different. It's just completely sloppy. It's not good. But anyways, console settings. You can launch the language server errors to the output of the console. Basically what this means, this is for UI developers that are toying with the LSP, Synapse LSP. Maximum log count for preservation. This is automatically set to 720. You can preserve your logs across launches, and you can show the console at launch. So those are your 4 console settings. These will probably subject to change when whenever Luca decides to release more stuff with the console, because he has said that there is supposed to be quite a bit of stuff to change with the console soon. We just don't know when. And this is also one of the main importances of the settings as well, is the layout. Always on top. This is pretty self-explanatory. Having it off, well, I mean, if you click off of it, it just won't stay on top. Having it toggled on, if you click off, it'll stay on top. Pretty self-explanatory. classic layout mode. I could go ahead and show you guys this. This is basically for kind of like V2. It just has that yucky look, I guess. There's not. I mean, it doesn't really change much. It's probably because I'm using a custom theme, but really for this is it just the stuff that you saw up here. It's just in these 3 lines here. It's actually quite nice, but yep, that's it right there. And you just turn it off. It'll pop itself back up there. So yeah, that's that. D-line, vertical navbar items, interface scale. I just keep it at normal. You can have it maybe a little bit higher or lower, depending on your preference. Never go down to the lowest. It's not even readable, basically. I don't even know how it's possible, but you can log console to file, so console.log. Navigation bar layout. So if I were to keep this to the left, it just puts all this stuff over here. So I personally like all the stuff at the top. Just want to have that feel, that that look. So silent launch. This doesn't really matter much anymore with V3. It already takes quite a while to launch inside of a game with V3 already. It's not the fastest. It's quite slow. But you can have it on if you want to. So transparent window basically just means, well, obviously a transparent window. So that is that, self-explanatory. And use tray icon. So this is something new with Synapse, and it's quite new, and it's quite cool actually too. And so instead of like, if I have this off, just a normal minimize, it's gone. But if I want to have it back on my tab, like open it straight away, I'll just do that. But when you have this toggled on, and when you use the tray icon setting, if I minimize it, as you can see, it's not on my taskbar anymore. Well, if I simply click this over here, Synapse will be right over here, double click it, and it'll simply pop itself right back up. You might have heard certain memes joke as, well, say if mom walked into the room and it's like, where's my Synapse? I don't have it open. Well, after she's gone, open it back up, and then there you go. Synapse is right there. I preferably don't want to use it. I tried it at first. It was cool, but it just got quite annoying. So you can have that as a setting there. So now I'm going to move over to the themes. So this is what we have for the themes. It has definitely gotten a lot more dry than what it was at first. You were able to change, customly, like accent, color, and stuff like that. It's not there anymore. That may come out when V3 fully releases. Again, this is only a pre-release. There are very little few features here with what the official release actually has for everybody. But this is what it's for right now. So these 2 themes up here, these are my custom themes. Everything below is all default themes that come with Synapse V3. But Hollywood Fluent is basically, like I said earlier, just kind of gives that old V3 look, but not like it was before. So that's Hollywood Fluent. Here's the other one that I have, which I actually quite enjoy. It's pretty cool. It's even got these like animated icons, which is really nice. But anyways, this is the look for this theme. Editor, settings, themes, and the plugins. So that's it for that. Then we'll move on to the default themes. So Cool Kid, I don't like, who uses this? I mean, no offense. This is not it. I Please don't be a cool kid fanboy. Elysian Fields, yeah, this is for light mode users. I'm gonna just get through this really quickly. That's that theme. Freeman, I think this is actually quite cool. It's quite, just feels like a nice, vibey theme. If you're a green, maybe like a spring type person. Like right now, this is probably the theme for you if you're that type of person. It's pretty cool. I actually think it's pretty nice. So, the only thing though is just the editor doesn't quite match up, which is kind of silly. But so yeah, that's Freeman. This is Hollywood Classic. This is kind of that, again, that V2 look of Synapse. Minimap is also a little off with the theme, but that's expected. So, but yeah, that's it for this theme. If we go over to our next one, Hollywood Dark. Hollywood Dark is the normal applied theme for Synapse V3 once you have it. And this is as of right now. So everyone gets launched up with this theme as soon as as you have it, when you launch it for the first time. So it's just all dark. This is the syntax for it. It's all right. But everything is just in dark mode. So yeah, that's that theme. Get prepared for another light theme one. Or this is the glass one. This is the glass. So this one's not too bad. It's supposed to have that literal transparent look of it. But the thing is it doesn't. It's a little bit more dry than how it was. But this is the theme. So okay, this one is a light theme. I prepare your eyes for this one. It's yeah, really bright. This isn't even the right theme for it. This is the light one. I'm just gonna get this done quick and over with. So yeah, that's the light theme. Hollywood Novo. This one is actually a really nice one. I like this one. It's got just a nice blue, kind of like aqua look. Syntax is kind of tying in with this one. It's not too bad. I overall really like this theme. I think it's really nice. Just, it flows. So I think it's pretty cool. Kyoto. This is also one of my personal favorite default themes with Synapse V3. It's got that nice kind of like Atom 1 Dark. If you're a Visual Studio nerd, I guess, if you use Visual Studio, it looks cool. It's just a perfect night kind of theme, so it's pretty nice. I'm pretty sure this is also okay. Never mind. So this is one of their newer themes implemented with the V3 themes. It's different. It's definitely different, but I think it's quite weird. Honestly, there's definitely some changes that needs to be fixed with this, I think, but overall, not too terrible. It's not good, but it's not bad. This I believe is so this is Windows 7. It's still got that bright look on it, but they tried to base it off of Windows 7, and it's all I gotta say is if you're a Windows 7 type of user, then this theme is for you. So yeah, that's the Windows 7, and then the last theme for this one is Unikoi. So if I'm not using a custom theme, this is the one I rock with. I really like it. It kind of ties in with V2 syntax, but again, I don't know, it's kind of got that V2 look, but I think it's pretty cool. So I'm just gonna go back to my custom theme here with what I had. Matter of fact, here I'm just gonna do this and then reapply. So for some reason, themes kind of like act up sometimes, and then I'm just gonna change my font size back to 16. And so yeah, there you go. back to how it started at the beginning of the video. And then last thing here, plugins. They say you may have possible risk when turning this on, so it'll give you a confirmation message once you turn it on. So I just keep it off. And yeah, so that's it with the user interface wise. I'm going to go ahead and hop into a game and show you how V3 works. So let's go. All right, I'm back, and I decided to join my restaurant because this is a working script for this game, even though for some of you people that are Pet Simulator people, and as the time of this recording, there was an event for a free huge pet if you got 100,000 customers inside of your restaurant. Yeah, that event is over, but I'm still going to showcase the power with V3, what it has. So I have the script here. If you want it, just join my Discord, or you can even just copy off my editor, since I basically just show it. But yeah, here's the script. All you gotta do is, well, simply execute, and it will execute the script. It'll have a little notification at the bottom right here, says auth check, and it'll say it's complete. And here's the UI. Just gonna have some stuff here, and you also get script error notifications. This is a new V3 feature as well, so for anyone as a developer and wants to see those errors, that's there. So yeah, I think I can show the decompiler. I'm pretty sure I can't show decompiled scripts, but I can show you the looks on how things are. So I'll try to show as much as possible here. So here's the editor. It's basically the same on how it was showcased at first. Nothing has really changed with the internal UI. It all basically looks the same. Your options, I have all of the window type stuff on. It's all here. You can enable off window UI. So basically means if I drag this onto, let's say, like my other monitor over here, it's on my other monitor. It's on my normal desktop. And if I just drag it right back in here to the game, it'll come right back. So pretty cool. New internal feature with V3. I think it's really cool. And window docking, as you can see, well, it's on. I can hide from OBS. They changed it with recording software now, so they must have just either added new recording softwares with this, or they just renamed the toggle. Console auto scroll is on. Open decompiled code in the external UI, which is the normal UI here. And then you could have enabled auto execute, which is there. Internal hotkey. So now you can actually have your custom internal hotkey. So I know for some people that they don't have a 60% keyboard, and they can't access the internal UI because you have to press a certain key in order to open it. Well, I guess now with V3 you can have a custom keybind on it, except that's not quite a setting in here yet in the settings where you can change it to whatever you want and then open it. But if you do have the insert key on your keyboard, you can have the setting. You can change it to whatever you want. So on down here to the notifications, this is where if I can hide script errors. So that's where that stuff comes up over here on the right side. It can get pretty annoying sometimes, so I'm actually going to keep that off since I get quite a bit of errors. Notify on a dangerous action, I would keep this on because they would actually be quite useful, and if there's any sketchy developers out there, just have that on and Synapse will probably notify you over here telling you that there's some dangerous, sketchy stuff going on, so you probably want to leave the game or something like that. So only show errors from Synapse threads and console. I have that on too. And then you could change the color with the internal UI, which I actually haven't done yet. So I'm going to change that. Change it to something. Change it to something nice. Kind of like a nice blue. That's pretty cool. That's pretty good right there. So, and then everything changes in the UI with this color that you just chose. So it's pretty cool. I like it. And then FPS Unlocker is still integrated with Synapse. So enabled, VSync, unlimited, legacy alt enter. And then anti-AFK is now also integrated with Synapse V3. You just have to toggle it on and you'll be able to do whatever you want when being AFK. So we went over the editor already. This is the internal UI here, or the internal console. My apologies. Just basically kind of like V2 internal console. Nothing much really going on here except just, I guess, a little bit better. So there's your new thing there. This is Dex Explorer. So you can say goodbye to normal Dex because it's now implemented with V3. You can look at whatever you want. Basically just like normal Dex except inside it's in V3. So I'm not really sure if I'll use this much. I might, just really depending on my preference. I just still like using external normal Dex. Since I'm so used to it. But your choice. But this is how it is. It looks pretty bland though, but hopefully they change something with the icons. Make it a little bit more colorful or something, but this is, once again, internal. Probably, it's not going to have the biggest things there, so you can save the place directly right here. You can show class names and nil instances, and scripts is also a new thing here. You can look at active scripts. You can look at running threads. You can catch stats, take compiled bytecode, load the catch, and this is where all the running scripts are, or loaded scripts, I should say. Game scripts, course scripts, all that good stuff, all that stuff. And so yeah, that's Synapse V3 for you as of right now. This is, once again, this is pre-release. Not everything here that you see is official to the public, and everything is changing basically almost every single day. They update V3 quite a bit, but I don't want to be too specific. So, yeah, so that's it. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. I know this is 33 minutes right now. That's a very long time, but I hope you stayed and watched the whole entire thing. So, thank you all for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will catch you all in the next video. Peace out.